Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to OTL Racing here on Twitch for the final round of our GT4 Championship, our sprint series here on ACC. And yes, round number 6 here from Zolder. 2 sprint races as always, 15 minute and 30 minutes ahead of us tonight. And let's see who is crowned champion. Aidan Brow, sorry I've already got his name wrong, that was a good start. Aidan Bro, there we go, very much in the driving seat with a chunky 77-point lead from Lucas Verza at the top of the standings, so he should be in very good position to take the win overall tonight. But we'll see how that goes. If he has a really poor night and Lucas Verza has a great evening, there's a chance he might still be usurped, but yeah, it's unlikely. So we're on board with Andrew Pike. It's on an out lap anyways, but yeah, they're just at the end of free practice now, and then we will get going in the first qualifying session. So they just want to try and make sure everybody is into the lobby. I think there's a couple that signed in for tonight, but yeah, haven't got here yet. Yes, it is Lugie. It is the final round of the GT4s, and then pretty shortly we'll be having sign-ups open for our next GT3 season number 5. But they used to be on Sunday. That is moving to Thursday evenings. So this day of the week we'll move to our main ACC league on PC, and then that opens up a bit more free time in the weekend to get other stuff done, and also we're going to have more regular endurance events. So like our next endurance event will be announced very shortly as well, and that's going to be good fun. First 4-hour races of Silverstone in early July. So great fun, really enjoyed that. And yeah, looking forward to the next one. That should be pretty awesome. So yes, first you can see at the top of the order at the moment, trusty Aston, the Austrian driver. Yeah, he's been driving superbly in this championship, but 2 DNFs, one at Spa in race number 6, and the other in race number 4 at Misano. 2 DNFs have caused him have really cost him the chance to win the championship. Otherwise, I think he'd probably be ahead. He's won 4 races to AIDS 3. He's also had 2 second places and a third. Other than that, he's had 1 16th and 2 DNFs. So he's been very, very far forward. AIDS had a few more thirds and fourths, and also a 5th. He's had a 15th as well, but what he hasn't had is DNFs. And yeah, you can see he's really, really benefiting from that. Evening Smudger? No, that's alright, dude. So you could join for the second race if you really want, but no, I'm not someone who could jump in cold, so I understand. Evening Chaos, evening man. Big Baked Bean. Love that name. Yeah, I did see your you'd subbed recently, so thank you very much for the follow, not sub, sorry, yeah, different YouTube and Twitch terms, but yeah, thank you very much for the follow, much appreciated. Evening D-Stack, evening J Hig. No, hopefully we'll have some good racing for you this evening. So I think they're about to hop into a quali. That's generally a sign when people start hopping back into the pits, as you can see they are. There's John Clements. I think that's John Clements, so you can normally spot that white and green car a mile away. Yeah, it was. Nice bright liveries is what you want. Wendy in the house. How you doing, man? Can you sit with your legs crossed? Yeah. Poor fella. Oh, tablet. Yes, someone's alarm just went off. Blood pressure tablets. Yeah, get them in before you're racing. Don't want to forget that. Oh, that makes you poorly. Just for context, anyone that doesn't know, Wendy is what his nickname at the moment, as he had the snip at the start of the week. So, I think it was Monday. So, yeah. Just for a bit of context for anybody who hadn't seen that on Tuesday. yeah. All right. You wish. So, anyways, yeah, we should be pretty shortly up and out on track. So Pike is still going, still getting a bit of practice in. We were on board with John Clements a bit earlier, so Pike was just going back into the pits. So I think Clements might be following pretty shortly. Sharp probably be giving them the heads up that they're about to start qualifying soon. 16 of them in. Yeah, Clements stopping now. I'm pretty certain that means we're heading into our qualifying for race number 1. This is the problem with me not using Facebook really anymore. Don't know people's birthdays. I need to get them.
Green light, go, go, go.
I need to get those written down somewhere else. Happy birthday? How? Oh, I've got to work out your age. It's 2 more than Lewis Hamilton's number now, isn't it? I believe. Bit of deduction there, I think. So, qualifying number 1. Oh, good luck, Willie. Good luck. Still sitting on inflatable deck. Oh. Anyone driving a KTM? I believe not. Which is I'm gutted about. I've got to call you Baked Bean, which is a bit weird, but I'll live with it. Yeah. Happy birthday, Smudger. Oh, I need to get someone that actually that pings me all of this stuff. Put it all into a iCal or something. Everything's just a blur at the moment. Months disappearing without trace. You're better with the paddles. Oh, you definitely. I'm not so sure about that. So all on an out lap now. So it's a great circuit this. Well, personally, I really enjoy Zolder. It does have those chicanes, which some will come a cropper on. It is very easy to just do that, basically. See you later, John. So that was a nice illustration of the point I was about to make. You can so easily bottom out on one of those curbs, and you go to turn the other way, and it just round you go for the next before you get to the next part of the chicane. I could in my class. Yes, you got a good chance, Scott. Now John might beat you though, so yeah. But good luck with that, man. Yeah, I hope it works all right and everything, Smudger. I hope it's. I can imagine it's still very up in the air at the moment, especially with aviation and stuff, isn't it? But yeah, it's just survival at the moment, isn't it? In general, for everybody, I think. No, we'll all get there though. We'll soldier on. So we'll start seeing some lap times put in pretty shortly. Let's scramble with Kieran Sharp for a little bit in his number 23 Porsche. So started last week, first race, but had to drop out. He was getting some bad migraines, poor fella. She was a bit gutted about because I think he felt quite good about last week. Felt he had good pace around the Hungaro ring, but unfortunately not able to make the most of it. So yeah, hopefully he'll be okay this evening. His eyes won't betray him like that again. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see some spins, especially it's just as they're coming off that right-hander at the start of that chicane. You go to turn left and the car's already rotating. It's still going right, and round you go. Oh, I'd be amazed if we didn't see that happen in the race. Maybe once or twice. You see Lucas first, so just up the road from Sharp at the moment. We'll see some times coming in pretty shortly. So just coming down into the last part of the lap. So this should be some times being set now, hopefully. We'll try and pronounce the corner names as they're going around here, but they are very continental, and I would only butcher them, so that's not happening. So there we are. Wurtzel with a 36.0. Sharp, well, 1.4 back, but Wurtzel has been set in pole positions by large margins in this championship. Bro into 4th. Thompson up into 3rd. Good lap from him there. Not far off of Sharp, just ahead of Bro at the moment. Let's go on board with Matt Acton. Lime green Aston Martin. Can't miss that car. Gets it through there nicely. So 8 times set so far. It's been a good championship there. It's been good fun. Nice and close to GT4 is always going to be. But you know, they're never going to beat the GT3 league, the main GT3 leagues. So I'm looking forward to us getting that started again. A little break. And yeah, season 5, so that'll be announced pretty shortly. All the usual ways. There'll be an article up on the website, and we'll be sign up links in there and links to the Discord. There'll be links in the Discord as well in the sign up channels. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. And then our next Enduro, as I said, not far away either. Oh, Acton getting it squirrely round the final corner, but got it round. Still pointing in the right direction, which is all that matters. Pops up into 7th, 2.7 back as well. That's not too bad. Just behind Joe Lacour. Lacour in the pits as well as Clements. Still half of qualifying to go though. So top two not really changing, and not too many improving on their lap at the moment. Reece Williams at 16th, improving on his lap, hasn't set a valid time yet. Vincent the same. Cool, look at that for a livery. Do love a livery that's that yellow. I can't pretend I don't. I'm always the sort of person that picks the yellow cars, so that's just me. So coming around towards the end of his lap now. So last week was his first race back in quite a while. It's been great to have him back on the circuit, getting him back in amongst it. But yeah, it takes a while to get back into his groove. Obviously know how quick Scott can be. Oh crikey, look at that, up into second. That's a great lap. So 3/4 of a second off of Versa. So we have to keep an eye on now. Sharp and Bro and Pike and Thompson, but Thompson's in the pit still. To see if they will improve by much. Sharp, Bro and Pike all improving by 3 to 4 tenths. Won't really change positions much if they're all improving by that, because they are all each other's closest rivals. They're not going to be up with Scott either at the moment. Sharp up by 3 or 4 tenths. He was. Cameraman. There he is. This is PC. Baked bean. I might just call you bean. Save myself a syllable. Yeah, this is PC. Unfortunately, did have a bigger roster of cars, but it's unfortunately a few drivers who, what with the way the world is at the moment, have had just very up and down work issues and bits and bobs going on that they can't do much about. So it's been a bit intermittent. So not as many drivers as we usually have, but still plenty enough for a very good battle on track. We had that about 16. I think we had 16 or 15 or 16 last week, and it worked pretty well still. So we should be okay. It's a 15-minute race after this quali, and then we will have a 30-minute race after that for half an hour. So it's interesting, the dynamic. They are very different races. You've got to be careful in the 30-minute race not to cook your tyres, and then at the end of the race you are skating around like no one's business. So Sharp did improve. Bro, as I said, also improved, but not quite up to Scott's time yet. Scott still out on track, not improving at the moment though. So that's going to be Joe LaCour. We saw him on track at the moment. Oh, we're going to get that funny camera swap there, but no, we're all good. So Joe LaCour in his McLaren. A couple of tenths down on his best lap at the moment now, so I don't think any improvement forthcoming. It comes down towards the start finish. He's just under 2 seconds back at the moment. Martin Legg into the pit, so he is done. That's him done for quali. He is in 10th, so not a bad showing there. Gets him at the front of the guys he knows he wants to be fighting with. The other chaps in front of him at the moment have generally been ahead of him on track pace-wise, so there's nothing too much to worry about there. I think he'll be happy with that. Lee Cushing up into 5th at the moment. He'll be pretty happy with that too. That's a good showing from him. He's done as well for qualifying. Let's go on board with Scott. He is actually a few tenths up on his best time. Obviously really needs to double that improvement. Needs to get to a good 7 or 8 tenths to start even making Luca that's a panic. But he lost a bit of time there around the hairpin. And I think he's down to roughly the same delta as his best lap. So yeah, I think he is just about done. But was on for a good lap there, so he's definitely got pace. It's going to be fascinating to see how he does in the race. Obviously he'll get one more go coming across the line. Oh, unlucky, unlucky. Yeah, been a good league though. Been a good league. It's a difficult time at the moment. It's a difficult time just because you don't know how people's lives are a bit up in the air at the moment. But, I mean, we're also going to come down like a ton of bricks on people that decide to sign up and then just not bother showing up for half the league. That's like... Our next GT3 league as well will be a couple of rounds longer than the last few seasons. It will be 8 weeks. So that, yeah, we'll get a bit more time to plan bits and bobs. Plus, I think another couple of rounds on that. So it's not up to the 10 weeks we used to do way back in the day, but I think 8 will be a nice middleman, if you will. So let's go with Aiden at the moment, come around the final corner. So this will be his final lap. He will not get another go. Checker flag is out now. And he is going to improve. Does he improve by enough to pip Kieran Sharp? He does, by nearly a tenth. So Sharp down to 4th. He'll be on row 2. Scott Vincent still on track, but half a second down. So I think he'll be back to the pits very shortly. Andrew Pike up into 5th. Half a second back from Kieran Sharp, though, so we'll really need to improve. He's up by 3 tenths at the moment, though. Pushing very well in that Beamer. No, but you see there, he's just having to push really hard, and Axon there behind him. So Axon's actually the car behind him in the timings. Only needs to improve by about a tenth as well. Versa improves on his best time there. Nearly 9 tenths ahead of everybody. So why is that, Leg? Is the BMW got quicker, or has the other cars got slower in relation to the Beamer? I do love the bop emote on Twitch. Oh dear. So, Axon. Currently similar to his best lap on similar Delta. Have to push out of that last corner. I think he's had a decent exit there, but I don't know if he's going to gain enough time to jump a position. Oh, it wasn't far off, only a quarter of a tenth in the end. So not far back at all. Joe LaCour just behind him. In 10th at the moment, but he's half a second up. This could push him as far up as 5th. But I don't think he's quite got the exit from the last corner that he wanted, so it's going to push him up a couple of positions. So up to 7th in the end. Lost a couple of tenths. So he'll be gutted at that. Let's get the time tables for you there. So there we go. All 3 quickest sectors, all Lucas Vert. So yet again, 3 purple sectors. 1:35 and 9:52. Nearly 9 tenths clear of the next best time, which was Scott Vincent. He'll be pretty happy with that, or Vincente, as we call him at the moment. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. So we'll have to see how Fish does then. But no, Versa, superb from him. Just ahead of Vincent. Great to see Scott up near the front. Again, Aidan in 3rd, sharing row 2 with Kieran Sharp, Andrew Pike and Matt in 5th and 6th. Joe LaCour in 7th next to Lee Cushing in 8th. Vladimir Burek and Dean Thompson rounding out row number 5. John Clements, Martin Legg, row number 6. We've got Williams and Sfalina, row number 7. And then Susange and Cumberbatch rounding out the grid in 15th and 16th. So let's get to the grid. There we go then. Let's go to our lovely helicam. Not the update I was doing this time yesterday as well. Yeah, as I said, on certain tracks I wonder if the car's quicker, or unless they were talking about the GT3 leg, I don't know. Be interesting to see in race situation, I suppose. But no, Pike is normally around there, Mr. Fish. He's normally. That's kind of where I'd not expect him to be, but on pace, I think that's where I'd place him. I think he's one of the quickest, if not the quickest guy in the rest of the pack. You've seen Burek do pretty well in the championship. John Clements is obviously very quick. He's down in 11th, so he's now had a great quali. I do fully expect him to push forward. We've got Vertzer Bro always up the top. Scott Vincent. I mean, he's been an OTL for a while now and has been rapid in everything we put him in. And last week was just him getting used to driving again, frankly. It's been a couple of months since he'd raced in any shape or form. And looked pretty good so far. In that AMG. Driving nicely. So yes, if you see the links popped up there to our YouTube channel. I had to start a new YouTube channel that we had, didn't have too many videos on it before, but we had some weird issues. So starting a new channel, popping up, exporting as many streams from Twitch over to YouTube at the moment, just as an archiving effectively. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to make some content just for YouTube, but that's a little while off yet. So at the moment we'll just serve as somewhere to watch past races, as obviously Twitch deletes them after a few weeks. So yeah, I'll put them up to YouTube and they can stay there if we ever want to go back and watch them. But yeah, please subscribe if you can. If you want to catch anything that's uploaded, you can get some good action. So it'd hopefully be nice to get some like highlight videos done as well in the future, so you don't have to watch for a whole stream. So just 30 seconds remaining now. No, there's only recent ones. I said the old YouTube we had some weird issues. I'm assuming there were some claims and stuff. Dave was handling it, and I'm not sure quite what happened to them. He wasn't sure either. We couldn't find what happened to the video, so no, I've started a new channel. So it's only recent videos, unfortunately. That's the problem. That's why I understand people who stream on YouTube, because the videos are always going to stay there, and you can't do restream onto YouTube and Twitch at the same time, because then you're technically breaking the terms and conditions that Twitch give you, especially if you're an affiliate or a partner. So good luck, Scott. Good luck, Legger. And here we go. So it's very short run in to the final corner, and then we are off for race number 1. So 2 races. First race is 15 minutes, as you can see up the top. Start time is mid-afternoon. And just a bit cloudy with a little bit of sun. So they're coming down towards the line now. Let's go up top with the front guys. Let's go to the TV cam. Very quiet. No engine noise. Hopefully no one will get a drive through.
Green light, show them what you got.
And it looks like it was clean. So they are off. So start of race number 1, Scott. Looks like he's going to try and hang it around the outside, or will he just slot in? Aiden right in behind him there. Scott get very close to the back of Lucas Vertzer. Aiden will have to get out of that move. He was maybe having a look early on. Scott looking up the apex. It's nice to see Scott being so fighty early on. You know how good he is on first laps. And it's good to see him back in the fight at the front of the field. Kieran Sharp and Aiden Bro right behind him though. Andrew Pike in 5th. We've got Matt Acton all over his tush in 6th. So a train of cars all the way back still. Bit of snaking going on. Matt Acton having a look up the inside of Andrew Pike. It's going to be a difficult one to get around there. Yeah, done that fairly well there. Acton got out of that a little bit, and Pike went a little bit wide, gave him a little bit of room. That's just about as well as they could have handled that, really. So back on with, I'm going to keep calling him Vincente. We've got back on board with Scott. So half a second down on Lucas. Lucas pulled a little bit of a gap. They want to be careful not to let that grow too much. Aiden in 3rd. A little bit of dust being kicked up in front there. So a little bit of a gap established between a few of them. Zvonimir trying to close down on Acton. Dean Thompson right in behind with John Clements in 9th. So Joe LaCour's dropped down to 11th. Lee Cushing, biggest loser on the first lap, down to 16th. So he's lost a fair few positions there. I can't quite remember where he qualified, but that's a few positions, a good few spots down from where he started. But still not out of touch though. You can see he's still with the pack. So we can still very much have a decent race here. Still got cars in front to battle with. He's got Franco just in front, who's had a difficult last corner there. So he gets past him. So on to lap number 2. So as always, there's good fighting in this mid-pack. Matt Acton keeping Burek behind, but he's losing Pike in front of him just a little bit. That gap up to nearly a second. You can see the cars just behind Burek, Thompson and John Clements. The 2 Astons and the Alpine. Very close together. So you can see when the race is like this close, any mistakes you very much pay for. So you have to really be on it, and consistency is key as much as pace. Well, Thompson looked like he did all right there, but just went a little bit wide. Had to lift it looks like, and John Clements has definitely got up to the back of him, and Zvonimir has pulled away a little bit. So Paul Clements have a look. No, not from that far back. He's not mad. Oh. Yeah, you can see Crampy just getting a little bit, calling him by his gamer tag there. Captain Crampy, in case you weren't sure. Noel J926, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the racing tonight. Any questions, just ask. Or if you just want to lurk and watch, all fine by me too. But yeah, thank you very much. So, interesting start here. Scott, let's go back on board with him. Let's go from his front on view. So, you can see, Lucas isn't really getting away. He isn't pulling much of a lead. So Scott will still feel like he's in this. He's keeping tabs on the driver we think is very much the fastest. How did you find us, Noel J? Just out of curiosity, always good to know. But yeah, any questions, just shoot them over. I'll answer all and every question you have, so more than happy to help if I can. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Yeah, Vincent, very good comeback into... we know what form Scott has. We know how quick he is as a driver. It's just nice, as I said, to see him back in the hot seat and driving so well. Kieran Sharp there being dropped a little bit, the orange Porsche. Back in 4th. So that gap back from Aiden. You can see the blue Audi in 3rd. And he's putting away from Sharp in the Porsche. So it'll be interesting to see why that is. I wonder whether that's anything to do. There was a balance of performance adjustment in today's update. There's nothing wrong with that, Noel. We've all got to start somewhere. We really have to all start somewhere. So yeah, that is no problem at all. Our races and leagues we have assessments to get into leagues just to make sure people aren't wrecking balls, because I'm sure you've raced in enough. Well, you will race in enough public lobbies to find out sooner if you haven't already. And look at that. So that error from Vertsat. Oh, Scott's going to have a look. He won't go for though. He's just starting to play mind games. Just wants to make sure Lucas knows he's there. And get very interesting though. Some great driving from Scott here. Be very happy with his first 5 minutes for sure. So he's looking pretty handy in AMG, you do have to say. But yeah, nothing. Yeah, if you're in Discord, I don't know if you're in your Discord already. If not, you can type in !Discord. Sorry if you already are. It's hard to keep track of. There we are. You can join there and select your roles, and that will give you access to certain channels, whatever games you have, whatever platforms you have. And yeah. As long as you've got the right attitude to want to improve and you're clean and trying your best to be clean and just improving, we've got all the time in the world for people. So we all got to start somewhere. Very few of us end up where Scott or Lucas are at the front of the grid like that, but you know, that's for the lucky few. Oh, and that's another mistake from Lucas. Oh, and he's lucky there really. He's able to park it on the apex. Scott hasn't been able to make his way past, but he's all over the back of him now. So let's get back on board with that front on camera. You'll see how close this is now. Or even better, let's go on to Lucas and look at his rear view cam. So that's the view out of his rear view mirror. You see he's 3rd and 4th. Bro and Sharp aren't miles away. They're only sort of 3.5 seconds back. So any significant mistakes from Vertsa, and he might have a chance. He might still have a chance of catching. And if these two fight, Bro is going to eat up those yards, and that gap is going to close nice and quickly. Oh, in case you're not sure, by the way, Noel, I'm MattX88 in the Discord. Catchy username, I know. Blimmin' dreadful, but hey ho, is what I've got. So, but yeah, that's who I am. So, any questions, you can throw them my way as well. DM me if you really need to, and yeah, I'll do what I can to help. Nice. I do like that. I've driven those the past couple of times. I mean, I was rubbish and everything, so it's all very relative, but yeah, they're fun. So of course it's great fun. Even on console with the limited content, it's still great. Still great to race in. So let's go back on board with Joe LaCour. Look at the battles going on further back. So this is Dean Thompson and Burek side by side. John Clements right in behind them. I think Thompson might slot in behind Burek. No, he's going to have a look up the inside. Does that cause a turnaround? It looked like it might, but somehow I think they might have got through there cleanly. I think Thompson might have been the one that suffered. Yeah, he has done. So he had to get out of the move by the looks of things.
Not over yet.
No worries, no worries. It's why we're here. It's literally why OTL was started. It's trying to be as friendly a place as possible and cross-community, you know, friendly with all communities. We're not all... It's not a cult or anything. It's not trying to be about just us. So, but yeah, happy to help. Ah, nice. That's good to hear, Baby. Ah, Joe LaCour there. He's not doing as well as he'd like in the McLaren. We know he can be a quick driver. Fair play to him there. He's just trying to get out of other cars' way to give them a bit of racing line. So that's very good driving from Joe there. Very, very good. The way you can see when he's rejoined there. The way he's come on. Ah, I'm very kind of you, D-Stat. We try our best. It's where we started. It's where we started back in the day. Just over 3 years ago now, August 2017. Project Cars 2 Xbox is where we started, and now we've got leagues on quite a lot, to be honest. AC, so on Xbox it's Project Cars 2 Xbox. Sorry, I'll start that again. Project Cars 2, AC, F1, and ACC about to start. Project Cars, PS4, God, there's too many flipping names and acronyms, I'm getting them all wrong. PS4 we've got Project Cars 2 and there will be ACC shortly. On PC, yeah, there's ACC, Race Room, AMS2 starting very soon. Oh. I think, I'd say us. I mean, not many places. There are quite a few. I mean, I don't know of many. To be fair, I'm not in many Xbox communities. I wasn't in loads before we started OTL. So, yeah, it's I'd be one-sided and fairly biased on that. But I mean, there are plenty of others. It's different. There are communities that if you don't like the one you're in or don't feel it quite fits you, then it's, you know, there are several around, and you don't want someone sitting in a community they don't like. It's a lot of people race in several communities as well, as I'm sure you all know. So, oh right, yeah, that's always going. Oh, you mean that? Okay. Well, yeah, again, it's there's always a lot going on. I'm normally quite busy, so I don't normally catch stuff. Are you saying like between, what is that, between AC and Project Cars 2 by any chance, or? I've missed that, but it's yes, now it's I started on Project Cars 2, but that's because I'm pants at AC, so let's go back up top. It's got it's now got down to 3/10. Yeah, I'm rubbish at AC, mostly race on controller. You know, fairly accessible. I don't have a wheel anymore. So I'm always going to pick Project Cars 2, but AC is the much more realistic game. I mean, there's no getting away from that. That's why I'm rubbish at it. Oh, hello. That's a lot of air from Scott. He's done unbelievably well to catch that. That was very, very briefly there. He was playing Microsoft Flight Sim, I think. But no, just keeps it under control. Has lost a chunk of time, though. Let's go back to Sharp and Bro. Bro has dropped back here into the grasps of Kieran Sharp. So Sharp will be looking for a podium now. Yeah, the thing is, no one should give them monkeys which one's best or which one's better. Yeah. As long as it's friendly banter, they can do it as much as they like. Oh, good, yeah, that's where it's cool. Oh no, Sharp going round. Oh, so getting on the throttle out of the from the apex. He's done very well. You see there, he's just floored it to get on the grass, get out of people's way. But that's dropping him back to where, 7th now, maybe. Oh, that's gutting for him. So driving so well, such a simple mistake to make. Certainly friendly, good. But that's all. As long as it's actually friendly, then that's fine. So 47 and 91. A little bit of an incident earlier. Further back was between the Core and Sfalina. I think the Core's got away for a little bit, so there might have been a little touch. But this broadcasting tool can be a little bit precious about contact. It says there's been an enormous crash in the check, and they just touched bumpers the tiniest little bit. So certainly not too much going on there now. So that's left Bro with a pretty comfortable drive in third now then. He's got a fair way in front and behind him. So he will probably stay in third for the rest of this race. So gaps have opened up a little bit now. Kieran Sharp up in 7th. He'll try and chase down Burek. He's about a second up the road from him. You can see Pike in 4th now, just behind. He'll be on for some good points again. So again, you've got someone like Andrew Pike. He races on Raceroom on PC, he races in this on ACC. He also helps run and races in the Project Cars 2 leagues on Xbox. So it's not like you can't go from one to the other. They're all different games, and what's realistic is everyone's interpretation. We're not real life racing drivers, and I don't want it to be too realistic. Otherwise, I definitely won't be able to race. I haven't got that talent level. There's a reason I'm here and they're in the car. I know my place. So 2 minutes left now. 2 more laps to go. And Scott is still very much in with a shout here. Closed up that gap after his little take-off earlier off the sausage curb. No, so they will actually, yeah, they will have 2 more laps. So this is the penultimate lap now. Lap number 8. Bro safely in 3rd. You can see Pike still in 4th. It'll be interesting to see if Sharp can catch those cars in front. Definitely had the pace, just made that mistake, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, we're a community that's full of so many different games and platforms. There's no point, is there, being... There's no point caring which is better. There isn't a best. They're just different. You know, some people will like playing really arcadey races, and that's cool. Do you know what I mean? It's weird that, you know, you want to have fun ultimately. If you're not having fun, then it's kind of pointless. But yeah, Scott's very quick. Scott Vincent's he's been away for about 8 weeks until last week, but he has multiple OTL championship victories. He started with Project Cars 2 and he raced with some quick guys in there, and he would always just about come out on top all the time. Him and Bo, now VP Bo, had some amazing battles in those Project Cars 2 leagues. Well, our first PC leagues about 1.5 years ago now. They were so good, and you brought some really wonderful people into OTL, so I'm very grateful for that. People like Scott. And yeah, he's quick and everything, and now he's getting back up to pace, as you can see. And yeah, 1 more lap to go. Will he push though? Is he going to be comfortable in what he's got in second and just take that? Or is he really going to start going for it? Is he going to think, well, do you know what? Sod it. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. He's got 6.6 seconds back to third place, so he's got plenty of time. He doesn't need to worry too much about losing any positions. You can see Aidenborough in the background there, so as long as he didn't have a massive off, he'd still be okay at a 4-second spot. But he is going to have to push quite hard here. He's going to know whether AMG is strong. He's going to have to hope Lucas Vertzer makes a mistake. We saw a couple early on in the race, but we haven't seen any for a while now. So checker flag comes out now for when they cross the line next. So anyone crossing the line next time finishes their race. So what will Scott do? Is he going to have to really push hard here? I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to sit in and take second. But it'll be very interesting saying that. I'm not sure how he took that. Maybe not. Maybe not at all. That 7/10 gap has definitely come down. He's going to be putting pressure on here. He knows which corners he wants to put the pressure on as well. Look how close he is. He's going to try and nail these chicanes. Oh, and he's got a great drive out there. He is all over the back of Lucas now. Well, he might be able to get alongside. There's a little tap on the inside. Oh, he's rescued that nicely. To be fair, it's a bit unlucky. I'm not sure if Lucas went for the apex there, not knowing that Scott had just snuck his nose up the inside a little bit. I think that was a fairly innocent mistake, to be fair. I don't think Lucas thought that Scott had just tried to poke his nose up the inside there, which is fair enough. I can understand Scott going for that move though. But yeah, it's not quite come off, which is a shame. We'd like to see them go side by side to the last half a lap, but it looks like coming out the final corner, as long as he keeps it pointing in the right direction. Yes, Lucas Vertzer comes over the line. Will take another race victory. Superbly done there from Lucas. Well done. Scott will take a brilliant second position. Great to see him back amongst it up the top of the order. Aidenborough in third. Andrew Pike not far back in the Beamer. Another good showing from him. Matt Acton in fifth. Svonimir Burek in sixth. Does just keep Kieran Sharp behind him. So Sharp not quite able to get past him. In the end, Dean Thompson in eighth. We'll be pretty happy with that. John Clements in the Alpine coming through for ninth. Rhys Williams in 10th, good finish from him. Joe LaCour finishes in 11th. We saw his mistake earlier on, his good rejoin, so fair play to him for that. And then we've got Svelina, Martin Legg and Lee Cushing, very, very close. And Cushing just gets Legg on the final corner. It's very, very close. There's less than a bumper between them there. Very close between those two, but Legg just missing out. Legg in the end, taking 14th, and then Sue Sange in 15th. Let's go to the... oh, hello. Just every time I get to him, I'm like, oh, yeah, 2 seconds. Save replay. It's already saved. Okay. Turns out I've got the game set to do it for me. Never mind. So there we go. Yeah, Legg, Susange and Cumberbatch rounding out the bottom three. But another superb drive from Vertzer. It was very nearly a great fight at the front as well from Vincent and Vertzer, but just not quite happening at the end. That little touch, good save from Scott to not turn it round, and good as well from Vertzer actually to not spear off himself. But yeah, whether there'll be anything reported there, I don't know. I don't think he's quite aware that Scott's just put the bumper just alongside, and he's gone to turn in for the corner, and yeah, that's what happened. But no, very well rescued from both of them. But yeah, good fight. So one more race. What is your favourite corner of any track? Ooh, that's a good question. There's so many good ones. There's so many good ones. None of them are at Spa for me. I'm rubbish at that track. I do like Radion. I think it's amazing, but I mean, in real life, I'm sure that would be like sheer terror. That would be like the most amazing thing. Oh crikey, that's kind of a thing. What's yours? What's yours, Baked Bean? That's a good question. Now, I'll be honest. I'm quite a fan of. Oh, there we are. Qualifying 2 for race number 2. Lovely. So let's get back out on track. There we go. Yeah, I've get up and go. It's get up and gone. Yeah, I did. I was seeing Sharpie not be able to get back amongst it. I was like, I reckon that Porsche's lost. I think the Porsche GT3 and the GT4 have both lost some of their oomph. I quite like some simple corners. I quite enjoy. I quite like Parabolica's fun. I quite like Magnus and Beckett's. I like Stowe at Silverstone. That's good. Oh yeah, see now that's not a bad corner, but I'm utterly toilet at it. Yeah, it was unlucky. I just don't think he thought you'd gone up the inside. I think he thought you'd stayed behind, but Speedy boy, yeah, just a tad. He is a bit. That was great. Well done though, Scott. It's unbelievably awesome to see you back up front. It's weird. It felt like that's not happened for ages. Probably wasn't that long ago, to be honest. But yeah, I like Stowe. Simple, nothing corners, I suppose, but I like Stowe at Silverstone. Yeah, Maggots and Beckett's is great. First corner at Daytona is quite fun. Cool, there's so much choice. There's some good ones. Yeah, I don't think I have a favourite, to be honest. I don't think I have an outright favourite. So Safrina leaving the pit lanes at pit limit speed, I think. But hopefully he's aware that the pit limit line is a bit further back. Yeah, he is. Good, good. Just sorting some stuff out, probably. And off he goes. Got a ball with Andrew Pike for a little bit. Follow the beamer around there for a bit. Best call. Yeah, I don't think I have a favourite. God, I've struggled to pick, as you might be able to tell. But it's... I quite like my British tracks, so I quite like Old Hairpin at Donington. That's pretty fun. First corner at Snetterton's quite good. Yeah, what first at Daytona you mean, Bean? Yeah, that's quite like it though. It's a seen some endurance races there, and that. God, you don't want to get that. You don't want someone behind you to get that first corner wrong, do you? At Daytona, you're like, please don't cause carnage. Please do not cause carnage. Yeah, the bomb hole at Snetterton, which obviously you have to pronounce quickly and make it sound like bum hole when you're commentating, because deep down we're all children. With our sense of humour are all that childish. So all of a sudden, all commentators are making the word bomb sound like bum. How immature. But you know, you watch. They all do it. The real life ones, they all do it. But yeah, there's so many. I said on Automobilista 2 as well. So we've got league starting in that very shortly. First assessment race happened on Monday. It went pretty well. We've got nearly a full grid for that. We've got 19. We've limited it to 20, but we have 19 sign-ups for that now. So I'm really looking forward to that. There's some great tracks on their Brazilian circuits. Really lovely flowing circuits that no one's probably ever driven really, apart from if you've played the first AMS game. But yeah, there's so much choice. Turn it Brown's out to fast left onto the straight. Turn 8 at Brands. Good lord. Oh, do you mean it's the slightly cambered second to last corner? Is that? That's not corner 8, is it? 1, 1, 2, 3. It probably is, isn't it? Yeah. That's quite fun. Yeah, it's one of those corners that when you nail it, it feels lovely, doesn't it? It pulls you around and just chucks you around the corner and chucks you out like twice speed. It feels like. And there's so many. There's so many good tracks, different cars, different tracks. It's it's what's great about it, isn't it? ACC does well with its just GT3s and GT4s. Very shortly going to have, yeah, I agree. That's a lovely corner. It's very fun when you're feeling on it. When you're feeling in form, that's very, very nice. Yeah, new tracks coming to ACC in the near future. Alton Park, Donington, and Snetterton, I believe. They're going to be fun. They're going to be great. So I'm pretty sure everyone everywhere will start doing British GT series. I wouldn't be surprised if we do as well. But yeah, there's so much choice. So some of the circuits on AC as well. Some cracking corners. Some tracks on there that I don't, or very rarely race anywhere else. Some of the corners at Zandvoort are pretty awesome. I quite like this track, Zolder. This has got some good corners. I think this simple chicanes like this I think are good fun. Verts are up top again. Second clear. Pike in third at the moment. Sharp in that Porsche. I think struggling to get the pace we know he often can have. See how Scott's doing. Hasn't set a time as of yet. White class wet racing. Fair enough. Yeah, well, it's good you've got like a goal, you know, what you would like to drive in the future. So on AC, or probably not AC, I'm assuming. You're talking about iRacing or R Factor or what kind of... I mean, they're both PC only. I'm assuming you're Xbox only? I would love us to be able to do AC leagues on PC, but there just isn't the demand, which is a shame because the game is superb. some of the mods are amazing. We had a Goodwood Festival of Speed, OTL Goodwood Festival of Speed, a couple of months back on AC with the Goodwood mod. So much fun, so much fun. Pretty sure we'll do one of those every year in and around the real one. I want to do it more than once a year, to be honest. It was so much fun. But yeah, we're going to have a multi-class ACC race soon. Oh, Spirit getting that nice and scribbly. Yeah, after I build a PC. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's awesome though. It's good that you've got like a aim in mind. I'd like to do that. Same to build a PC. Oh, fair play. By all means, if you need any help, I don't assume you do, but if you'd like any help, there's a Rigs channel in our... oh, there's car off in the distance. There's a Rigs channel in our Discord. Some very helpful people. Someone like Martin Webb, very useful. Very handy knowledge that chap has. He's given plenty of people plenty of advice. Kieran Sharp's very good as well. They know what they're on about. So I've not had my PC long. The PC I'm streaming this on, but it's pretty much why I got it. Where are you from, Bean? Anyways, are you UK or are you continental Europe? Can never tell with AC. Drives from all over the world. So what does Scott do this time then? Let's get a little bit of slipstream from the car in front. Pops up into fourth, not too bad. Still just behind Matt Acton. He's in third at the moment, so he's putting a cracking time. That would be nice. Yeah, any questions? I said, look, shout out in the Discord. There is a what is the channel called? Let's see if I can find it. These things change a lot, you see. General chat. It is called, yeah, just rig chat or tech support. Probably most likely tech support. If you're asking there, you are UK. Sweet. Yeah, mate. A lot of us are in here. We're UK based, as you can probably tell from my southern posh accent. Yes, we are. A lot of us UK, but yeah, spread out all over the place in general. So just under 2 minutes to go now, and then 30-minute race, so twice as long. Many more tactics to come into play. Any mistakes, you've got a bit longer to make up for them. But yeah, any questions? Just any weird like, oh, I wonder what's best maybe out of this one, this one. I'll see what people think in there, or oh, I'm not sure what to do. What CPU should I get to go with that graphics card, and what cooler should I? Simple, just bits and bobs, whatever it is. Shoot them over. They'll happily help. You might get a sarcastic comment from Kieran Sharpie in there, but that's just the way he is. He's helpful. he's helpful after the banter, but he does help. He means well. He's in the pits, so he's a second off pole. Vertsa up top. Doesn't get him any further ahead on the grid though. Still starts in that same slot. And yeah, was held to account very well in that first race. Scott will want to do as well as possible though in this. Is he still going? He is. So he'll have one more lap. He's had a pull out of this lap. So this is definitely no improvement. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I've technically still never been to a race circuit. I want to make that change. I don't live that far from Brands. I live not far from London, just north of London. Most unhelpful person in the world. Yeah, that's Sharp. Yeah, bless him. But yeah, it's. I think British GT, isn't that what you went to a couple of years ago, Leg, or was that Formula Ford stuff? I can't remember. You went to something and had a whale of a time. Can't remember what it was. So Vincent, he will want to push up. He really wants to be in second position just to give himself that grid position. So anyone aborting the lap now is done. Sharp and Bro in the pit. So, oh no, and there we go. Vincent loses it. So he'll start in fifth at best. Matt Acton. Nope, same. He is off on the grass. So he is finished. Pike, same there. Verts is still going. Who else is still on circuit? John Clements back in ninth. See if he can find a bit of time. He's down on his best lap at the moment. Lee Cushing is improving by 6/10. Currently down in 14th. That was moving him up to 11th. Oh, I think he's made a mistake. No, he did. Yeah, no, he's just must have invalidated as that. So he is done. John Clements still out on track, but down on his best lap. Dean Thompson. Yeah, go on, get it sideways. Not upside down though. Did give it his best. You can only say fairer than that. So Dean Thompson was improving, so must have invalidated his lap. So it's quite a few people here were pushing. We're doing quite well, but have just made that mistake. I got the F3. The trucks and BTCC trucks are amazing. Yeah, Brands is great. Brands is I know a lot of people think it's boring. I like Silverstone and Brands are still, I think, are amazing racetracks. So many good race circuits out in the world. We can't complain. I'm sure people will complain, but there we go. So everybody is done. And let's get to the timetable. So again, another 3 purple sectors for Lucas Verza, as he always seems to manage. He's a bit lethal in that Aston. That needs a bop, I think. Yes, I did suspect that Porsche that Porsche doesn't look like it drives the same either. You know, no, Porsche Cup's not great to watch, is it? It's a bit processional. Yeah, I did suspect. We were a bit unlucky that that bop come out an hour before, like 3 or 4 hours before the final race of the season. It was a bit of a kick in the nuts for someone who's picked a car and they make it awful, especially just for the last race. It's like, really? So yeah, I feel your pain. Done well to get second, but fair play. Yeah, it visibly looks slower. It looks slower. It looks harder to drive. Well, it doesn't look harder to. Just doesn't look the same. It's a shame the Aston Martin's still so rapid. I mean, that is... Lucas is fast. We know how quick his BMW M-Power, you've seen him in some of our... I'm a sad car. Yeah, it's not a happy looking thing, is it? Looks like it's just crying. Yes, 30 minutes, remember, Scott, so you've got plenty of time. What's different with it? Just tyres are gone, or tyre temperature just drives different, or is it just does it drive differently? I'm punching my tyres on my collet. Oh wow! Oh, that's not a good omen. Don't do that in the race. Oh dear! Christ, punctured in a quali lap. Intriguing. I wonder what they've done to the car. I do hate when cars change dramatically from update to update. I don't mind if they get there in over the space of say 3 updates, but when they like materially change that quick, it's like, ugh, not ideal. Sharpie will spin. Sharpie might spin. So it's slightly wide of you. Let's go to Helicam. There we go. Understeer City. This is when we find out Sharpie's getting more oversteer, and he's getting the opposite problem. But no, it doesn't look as consistently handleable. Certainly not for drivers that have been driving it already. But what do I know? I'm talking out on the backside, I'm sure. That's why I'm here, you know. I can say all these unfounded things and wait for them to correct me. So 30 seconds to go now. Like as I said, half an hour race, so 30 minutes of racing ahead of us. Plenty more time for them to be patient, a bit more strategic. Much more tyre wear will come into it. Spinala, yeah, hopefully not. I really do hope not, Bean. I really hope not. But maybe. But you never know. So it's a bit unlucky, really, because the only update only came out earlier, so at most you can only have got a little bit of practice in with the car, having driven it for ages and ages, and all of a sudden it's changed. It's like, oh, good lord. You can practice all you want. Are they moving? Yes, they are. So they're off. Down into the last corner. Quick bit of tyre warming for Verza. Let's go back to Helicams. We've got a bit more of a full-on view. So Acton will slide back up into 4th spot there. Bro up in 3rd. The blue Audi, orange Porsche, clearing sharp, and then Lucas Verza in that grey Aston Martin in his usual position of 1st. Ah, it's just fair play. Scott's got a fan. No, you can't go wrong there.
Green light.
And they are off, and no drive throws. Good. So Lucas Verza holds on to that lead so far. Though, it looks like he's going to try and make it move up the inside of Sharp. Sharp's going to go wide. And we'll have the inside line into the right hand of Verza, though. He's got a great getaway at the start of the lap. You can see there, Sharp, I think it's just about holding on to that position from Bro, and they've got Scott Vincent already up ahead of Matt Acton. So Matt Acton losing the position to Vincent, up into 4th now. Again, he wants to be amongst this fight as early as possible, even though it's half an hour. And yeah, a lot of cars moving about in the background. That always makes me very nervous, especially on a straight. I'd really wish they'd just pick a line and drive it. So Andrew Pike gets in front of Joe LaCour. Joe LaCour in 9th. Dean Thompson just ahead of him. The bubblegum car, there you can see just ahead. And you've got Zvonimir Burek, Matt Acton in front of them, and then you have the front guys that we were watching just a second ago. So boy Martin Legg, he's got Rhys Williams just in behind. He's trying to catch. Is that Dean Cumberbatch just in front? No, it isn't. So Cumberbatch has fallen down to the back by the looks of things. So who is that? So who is that further forward in front? That was Joe LaCour. So LaCour's dropped down. Oh, Pike. Oh, and that looks like Acton. So Pike and Acton have had an off as well. It looks like someone else got out of the way. Was that Thompson? Yeah, so not sure quite what's happened there. Who's made the mistake? Let's go back 30 seconds. So we might. This is going to be a bit far in front of the whatever has happened. Looks like just been three cars very, very close in together. So one of them just made a mistake. Oh yeah, it looks like you can see he's worried there. He's missed his braking, just giving Matt Acton a tap round, and then there's Pike got a bit stuffed by the incident happening in front of him. Yeah, he has, and we called it just as it was happening. That's a shame. And you can see Thompson's moved off the track to let him back past, which is, he'd always do it the right way, so fair play to him. Oh, it looks like Legger's pitted, so it looks like Legger's retired. Oh no, he hasn't. Oh, he got caught up in a crash earlier, so that is a sore looking front end. So looking forward to seeing that later on. I'm sure I'll be getting that a clip of that posted to me later on. Yeah, it's a poorly looking front of a car. So look at the lead. Wurzer has pulled out though. Already 3 seconds. Absolutely barnstorming first lap. So he is not mucking around here. But you know, he's got to be careful. He needs to preserve the tyres. He doesn't want to push so hard on this first lap and a half that he just lets the guys close in on him later on. Oh, Sharp. Looking like he was going to go for a move on Vincent. Fairly aggressive for Sharp, really. Quite a conservative driver normally, but can't make it stick. Oh, stop-go penalty for Martin Legg as well, so he's sped in the pits coming out. That's a bummer. Oh, okay. I think it was Acton because he was in the middle of the track. Yeah, it's a bit unlucky. It's a bad corner to be honest. Because even if he sits there, chance of hitting him is pretty high. So there you go, Legg. If you can't get round safely, don't worry about it. Which I'm assuming you've probably already done. Yeah, if it's that bad and it's going to take forever to 10 minutes to repair, then I don't think it takes that long on this game, but you get my gist. See, once it's repaired, you can always come back out on track if you want. Yeah, I can see. I can see the pit limiter wasn't on. That's SG30 is very much telling me that. Yeah, so Wurzer off into the distance, 4 seconds at the start. So he has absolutely put the gauntlet down straight away. The guys behind him fighting clearly is enabling him to just hold on a bit longer. Don't know what keeps changing camera set. There we go, back to set 2. Much nicer, slightly further back. Gives you a bit more of a view. You can see more cars here. So, yeah, Bro's still in second. He's got a lead of just under a second to Scott in third, just in front of Sharpie, who we're on board with. Zvonimir again doing fairly well, up to 5th. Not far back from these guys as well. Joe LaCour up to 6th as well, so not too bad. Andrew Pike just behind him. Bit of a gap up to the next car though. Oh, so is that a spinner in the background? No, well we can hear something, but who is it? Okay, it sounded like someone spun there. Well, the annoying thing, it's got the AC... what's it called? You can go back out and get some points if you want, Legg. You know. You'll just have to come back in for a stop, go, and then carry on. But you'll get points. So, you know. Never like these rage quitters. Terrible. Terrible attitude. To be fair, you've got to put it on, isn't it? So it's your fault, I think. Not sure. Look at this train of cars, though, still. So, bro, so what did we miss there? So, crikey, so when did we miss it? How long ago? So I'm not sure quite how long ago that happened. So, yeah, bro, 7th position. When I'm allowed to leave. Fair enough. Oh, is it holding you in for the... Fair enough. Got you. It's effectively like a tow time, isn't it? Because you've... Got you. So, yeah, so bro down in 7th. So, sorry I missed that, but, yeah. He's had an off, I think, of his own accord. I think it's entirely his own mistake. Unfortunately, I can only go back so far, and I'd be guessing now if I went back. I'm not sure it is lag. You sure? You saying it's always, if you stack in this gear, it just always works? I don't think it does that. Yeah, they're not on console. They're gonna. I've seen horrendous. The stuff I've seen has been awful, which is why we're going to have a league starting very shortly. They're expensive as hell to host. But then yes. Okay. I'm sure you'll know better than me. I will find it. Well, yeah, I know, but I'm not sure if you're saying that the pit limit is actually automatic, or that because you're staying in first, it hits the limit. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone said the other day we were talking about this, and they said that's not how it does it. But you're more likely to be right than me. So you can see there, bro, he's struggling. Oh, look at that actually. Williams following him across. So Thompson from his issue earlier dropped back. John Clements hasn't been anywhere near as far forward as he usually is. He's at the back of this train in the background. Yeah, that's exactly why these leagues exist. Because yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. No, you're out of the pits. Too late. Never mind. Right, let's go back up front. Scott Vincent. So, yeah, they're a fair way from the car in front. How far back is he? 6.6 seconds. That is a fair old chunk. But a fair play leg. Do what you can the rest of the race. Get some points. Bring it home. So Scott in second again, though. Still driving very well. So Sharp struggling in that Porsche compared to his usual pace. We know that really he's doing what he can in a car that he's not comfortable with it after the update earlier today. So he's not really had much chance to get used to the car. So he's doing pretty well. Up in third still. It's on board with Pike. So Pike's still trying to close these guys down. Burek, Lacour, just up the road. He's got Bro just behind him. Williams driving pretty well as well. Reese in 8th. So yeah, an attritional race this. You are speed. He's the best thing about Scott Bean is that he's not an egotistically quick driver. He's not. Do you know what I mean? He's not big-headed about it. He might joke about it, but he's not though. He's like friendly and fast and just has a good time. Doesn't mind if he doesn't win. Do you know what I mean? It's not a huge ego, and that's but it's what's awesome. But he's also pretty quick, so he could have an ego because he is very fast. Drives on quite an old Logitech wheel as well. Is it driving force or something? I don't know. It's the not even the previous generation. It's the one before that. It's not like G920 and 29s, and it's the one before those. It seems to do all right for him, very clearly. Wonder how quick he'd be with a newer setup, to be honest. So yeah, still holding Sharp off. We can see Sharp just getting on the pedal there as he comes around that out of that chicane. Do love that. There's another corner you said about the nice corners. I do love that over the crest there, then down into this chicane. I think that's a lovely set of corners, especially when you've got it pinned. Very good, very fun. But yeah, Lucas Verza says off in the distance. Even if we look, as you can see, where is he? Cameraman will pick him up in a minute. There he is. So it's a fair gap. 5.7 seconds. Has come down a little bit on the last lap by a few tenths, but nothing to write home about. Oh, that just comes from practice. That's just it's a style of driving thing. It's been able to go aggressive on a quali lap, but then not drive like that in a race and not take the same risks. You're probably driving the same way in quali as you do in the race, and that's probably why it feels like you're not doing as well in the race, because you're making more mistakes, because you get more tyre wear, the fuel changes, car gets lighter, track might rubber in, different time of day can evolve. I was the other way around. I was better. I was decent in quali, but I was much better in a race because I was consistent. I wasn't sort of pushing for really fast laps. I was just doing good. Not far off my fastest, but like wasn't going for quali laps. So that might help you. Just getting those, just more consistent, not trying to push the corners too far and not trying to push the style of driving that means if you go 1% a bit too far that way, you're going to spin, kind of thing. But everyone has a strength. Some are better qualifiers than race strategists. Some are much better in the race than they are in quali. So And as I said, that only comes with practice as well anyways. So fairly spread out. Let's go a bit further back. Let's go on board with Franco. So he's got Svalina just up ahead. You can see there. And then Matt Acton. Obviously had his spin earlier on. Got that tap round from Thompson, unfortunately. Tiny little nudge, but just at the wrong time, I think. And round he went. So Acton on the back of Franco. Franco kicking up a little bit of dust there. Evening, Etsy. Evening, ma'am. I haven't seen your name in Twitch chat for a very long time. How you doing, dude? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good week so far, ma'am. Yeah, Mr. Fish, in case you're not sure for anyone else, and some of the newer viewers here, that's Andrew Pike. You can probably put 2 and 2 together there quite quickly, I'm sure. Yes, Mr. Pike. Mr. Pike. Andrew Pike is Mr. Fish. Get that the right way round. Yeah, it's just paring it back a bit. Just driving within yourself a little by a few percent. Not going all out on trying to cut corners as close as possible and hit the curbs, but it's just giving a little bit of room. It's just having a bit more margin of error and not worrying about it. If other people are making mistakes and you're not, even if your laps are slightly slower, you're still going to come out on top. So look at this train of cars. Still 5 of them very, very close. So that's Svalina all the way back to John Clements. So 9th down to 13th. Aren't we all, Lexi? Aren't we all? There's a very narrow band of people that get to be quick. I was one of them once. I was kind of one of them once. I'm still not bad. You can ask Fish. If I go on Project Cars 2 and race with them lot, I wouldn't be anywhere near the front, but I'm not bad. Considering I basically don't drive anymore. Looking up the inside. Gets given the room as well. I should probably give a bit too much room. I think Franco's been really accommodating there. John Clements right in behind him now. Might be able to make a move into the next right-hander. I don't think Franco's too happy there. I'm not sure how much he's had to be angry about. I mean, it was aggressive-ish. He did then open the door very wide and let him through. So I'm not sure if he could have let him through and still not gone off. But we'll maybe have to have a look at that afterwards. Oh, okay, yeah. That's just a lesson. Just learning, giving yourself a target, going right. I'm not going to push hard. I'm not going to try and be like I must get them now. I must get them now. It's like no. Get into a rhythm. Just get through the laps. Just nice rhythm. That nice consistency. It's just a teaching yourself thing. It's just practice, man. Honest. And the more you do that, the more you will do it going forward. But again, everyone's got a different driving style. Some people go for moves all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So Scott is catching at the front. Versa gap is down to 4.1. We do still have 16 minutes remaining, so there's a chance, I think, if Vincent's pushing enough and Versa's maybe struggling. As I said, he might have pushed too hard at the start. So we're keeping an eye on his lap times. Previous lap, 36.8. So that's 6/10 of his best lap. So there's best lap, not that much better than Scott's in second, but Scott's current lap times are a little bit quicker than Lucas's. So we just can see how that goes. ACC now, and I'm going to do that. Yeah, fair play, man. Only good on Wreckfest. I'm not even any good on that Etsy. That's annoying. That's another thing annoying about Scott. He's rapid on that as well. So Sharp's the same. Kieran Sharp's the same. They're rapid on that. So I get battered on there as well. So it's like, well, I can't win anywhere, even on a game when you're meant to crash into people. What's the point? So you can see Scott is closing. That gap's definitely getting smaller. 4.2, so it's maybe gone up by a tenth. That very similar lap times that last lap. I think actually they were slightly quicker. It was slightly faster, Scott, on that last lap. Going back on board with this train further back. So a little tap earlier from Svalina and Cushing, but they sorted themselves out a little bit, I hope.
Halfway mark. Keep pushing.
So Cushing ahead of Svalina now, the grey car, Svalina in the green and black, that we're on board with now. The Croat driver. Got a few Croats in here actually. We have had 3, I'm not sure, yeah. Franco Susange, Ivan Svalina. Who did we just lose? Who just left the race? Not sure. We'll have to find out in a bit. So keeping an eye on the timing. Scott is still closing that gap a little bit. It's gone by with Joe LaCour. I'm currently in 5th position. McLaren has got past Burex. Burex now down to 5th. LaCour in 4th spot. So Andrew Pike not far behind them as well. Or was it Bro? It was Aidan Bro. Was that a disconnect or was... Right, that might have really huge... I'm not sure. It depends how the points would go from race number 1. If he's lost enough points in race 1, despite having a 77-point lead at the start of tonight... Yeah, he's not there now. So what happened to him? There is every chance he might not win the title now. Depending on if Lucas finishes up the top... Yeah, there's every chance. There's every chance he might lose the championship now, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So we'll post it. We'll get the results posted as soon as we can after the race is finished. But yeah, he's not in the chat either, so he's not there at all. So not sure what's happened to him. Not sure. Oh no. Oh, he did not. Oh no. He's tried to stream it. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. Oh, with his internet problems. Oh no, Aid. Aid might win. He might. If Lucas wins this race, the championship is going to be really close because you get a lot of points for winning this because it's an ACC point system. Is 1st to 32nd. So it means there's not as big a gaps point-wise in the top few positions. But if he didn't do very well in the first race, I think he will just win the title, but only just. That's gutting the last race of the season as well. That'll be the first race he's not finished. Of all the times for that to happen. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The guys on track, they'll have a remaining decent race, and then we'll have to see what the points do at the end. But oh yeah, fingers crossed that for him that doesn't ruin his league. Let's go on board with Pike. So yeah, I'm to see how he's just come back online. And technically, if he rejoined, I don't know if he could rejoin and hop back out and finish a million laps down. He would probably still get points for 16th because he was in the race. It's not like he wasn't in it. But yeah, it's clearly a disconnect. God, he's going to be absolutely gutted at that. So let me know if his stream goes back up rapids. Poor fella. So Vincent, looks like Verts has pulled that gap back out a little bit now. 4.5. Scott's last lap not so good. 37.560. Not a bad lap by any means. But Verts are back up to the 36.8s. So still consistent. Or drive through for Rhys Williams there. So probably track limits. See Pike right up to the back of Zvonimir Burek now. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a good question really. It's like, what do you do in that situation? It's like, I suppose, as long as it doesn't cause any problems for the cars in the race, then really all he's doing, he'll just have to act like a back marker and get out of people's way when he needs to and whatnot. So Rhys in the pits, 7 in stop car. It's a very massive shame because he was clearly pushing hard. He was driving well. But yeah, he was in it up till then. So if he gets back in there and carries on, you'd have to say, yeah, he'll finish last, but he'll get points. Because it would have started from 0, I think. That's the unfortunate thing this game does. No, he doesn't. So okay, so it hasn't. He hasn't. So he's back in, but he actually keeps the laps from before. Interesting. So he still finishes ahead of Martin Legg by looks of things. That's Rhys just behind him. So actually, no, that's fair enough then. So wise of him to probably done the wise thing there. I think jumping back in. And if the game allows you to, I think it's probably fair enough. But I thought I've seen streams before where it puts you back on 0. So whether that's a new thing, it might be new, or it's something in the server settings. I don't think it is though. So 4.6 second lead for Lucas. Just under 10 minutes now. Not 10 seconds. Just under 10 minutes to go. I hope not. If I was him, I wouldn't stream it. But that is his choice. Frankly. Be a brave man if he does. So look at this, Lecor in 4th, Burek and Pike right in behind him. So where you would normally see these drivers. So Burek's had some good pace in his GT4s. Pike and Lecor as well, 2 of the quicker drivers we've got in the ACC rosters. Maybe not right up front, but one of those, you know, the dependable quick guys, slightly behind them. They are also drivers for ACC endurance races for OTL teams as well. They are top-notch drivers for those. Very reliable. So Pike, though, looking up the inside of Zvonimir. Pike, well, no, he's not quite nailed it. He's gone for the apex, but Zvonimir's gone wide there. You can go a bit wider on that corner and not really lose much time. So he's used all the road he could there. Done a good job of it. Pike getting the apex nicely, though. He wants that. Wants that position. Bro, still in the pits. So he's clearly sorting some stuff out. Has he left the pits yet? I don't think so. Still there. Rhys Williams is out. Down in 14th, unfortunately, but he's definitely pushed on this season, definitely improved, so hopefully he'll be happy with how he's done so far this season. So the course pushed on well here, 1.2 seconds now to Burek. And then Pike about half second back again. So still close between all 3 of them. So from an entertainment point of view, I want to see Vincent, I want to see Scott closing up on Lucas, but I don't think that's going to happen now, unfortunately, for us. Oh, and he's done a legger. He's got a stop-go penalty for speeding in the pits. Damn darn it. Don't think it's a game thing. I'm certain it's not a game thing. I'm pretty sure it's a manual person's error, you know, kind of thing. But I might be wrong. I might be talking out my backside. Wouldn't be the first time. And it won't be the last. Now, these 3 guys still close. Closest battle on track. Got John Clements as well. Still trying to catch up to the back of Lee Cushing. Cushing in 8th, Clements in 9th. A bit of a gap back to Svalina. He's got Dean Thompson, Franco Susange and Dean Cumberbatch. Oh, that camera swivel is really horribly linear, isn't it? Really nasty. But oh well. Can't do much about that. So yeah, some good fights still going on throughout the grid. As I said, this Thursdays will become our main league from after tonight. So GT3 League will be on Thursday evenings. Be announcing that very shortly. So next endurance race as well will be announced very, very soon. This guy's fighting nice and close. Thompson goes for the outside of the turn 1, inside of turn 2. It's really gives him a bit of room. Fair play to him. And I think Thompson has the move made there. So that's a great bit of driving from both of them. Lovely move from Dean Thompson. So he'll move up to 10th the next time in line. Franco Susanne's dropping a little bit back as well. Dean Cumberbatch has made a mistake, I think, and has dropped further back. John Clements in the foreground. Looking for a move. Not quite able to make that yet. Rhys Williams coming in to serve his stop-go, so poor thing not having much luck. So yeah, Lucas Wertzer at top now, pulling out to nearly 5 seconds, so that lead should be his, unless he makes any silly mistakes. He should be able to bring that home. On Svalina, I think Svalina and Susan, is it? No, is it? I think it is Svalina and Susan, so there might have been an incident here. Let's go back. So we'll go back 30 seconds. So that's Franco in the white and red car. That's Svalina in the green and black. Very, very close. Yeah, and just as he's braking, and that's going to be a hard hit. That's going to hurt. Yep. So, not sure that looks like. Franco has missed by a while. Baked Bean, you're asking me, I'm assuming. OTL space MATX88. MATTX88. Very innovative, I know, isn't it? Very creative. So that would have hurt for Serena. That's very unlucky. I'll be honest, I'm expecting that to be a report, and I think understandably so. If he retired that car, you can have to. It's totally fair. We don't like people retiring unless they have to. If I was him, I'd retire that car. He's only got 4 minutes left. There's no point pitting and repairing it. I mean, let's be honest. If you look at how that's handling, it's going to be more dangerous to the cars coming round. So he's going to have to try and get out of the way. So if I was him, I'd just retire the car, because that poor thing is knackered. Look at it. Yeah, unlucky though. Not much. It doesn't look like he really did much wrong there. But hopefully, I'm assuming you were meaning me when you asked for the handle. Baked bean. So 4 minutes to go now until this season is completed. So Aiden is back out on circuit now. So there we go. He's back out on track. So we'll pick up some points for being further down, but that will make sure he wins the championship. So disconnect is very harsh. Drive through for Dean Cumberbatch as well now. So again, track limits. 30-minute race, much more likely to happen. So it's a bit unfortunate, but is what it is. You can't do much about it. But yeah, that's my handle, just to make it easier. So 3 and a bit minutes remaining. That's with his just over 5-second lead. Kieran Sharp still on for a solid podium though. Scott Vincent, great driver again in second. As I did say, a little bit biased, but I think it's wonderful to see him back in amongst it, back on a race circuit, and getting back into his old habits, just being quick. So a lot of dirt kicked up from Scott, I'm assuming. Yeah, 2.8 seconds, so Sharpie can see him, but not very easily. That's still, yeah, 2.8. I'd say it's come down a little bit from that slightly poor exit you just saw earlier on, kicking up the dust. Let's go back to Acton. Oh, sorry, no, not Acton. We want to go on board with Pike. So Pike right in behind Zvonimir Burek. That's Selena in the pits. Fair play, as I said. I am the bean of baked. Lovely. At least it's kind of consistent with your username on Twitch. It's people who have completely different usernames on Twitch to Discord. That's when it throws you for a... Oh. Evening Hawaiian Rush. Are we on the OTL server? This is the OTL. This is... Or are you talking about being... Or... I'm confused. Or do you mean Discord? Sorry. It's been a long day. But yeah, could you clarify what you mean, and then yeah, I'll let you know. Bean of baked. People do have weird usernames, don't they? Oh, the internet's a weird place. So 1.5 minutes to go now. Oh, and there is a car. Very much slowing down. Who's that? So is that Reece Williams? I think it's Reece Williams letting cars go. Fair play. Good place to do it too. Very sensible place to obey the blue flags. Nice news to let them all past. Oh, okay. Oh no, yeah. That OTL Matt X88 I posted from this channel's username. Just further up, that's me. I suppose I sort of head honcho type fella. I get all loads of nasty nicknames, El Presidente and all those kind of things, but you get the gist. Yeah, that's my name. So yeah, I just need if you need to ask any questions, just shout my way in Discord or wherever you can, and I'll do what I can to help you out. Normally quite busy during the day, so I normally pop on later in the evenings. So Vert's around onto his final lap now. Yeah, do you know, that's not a problem though. I don't have an issue with that. I don't think everyone has to be active. Sometimes life stuff. Some people just like being in a community but might not get to race much, but they might get interested in the tech chat, or you know what I mean? You never know. I don't like places that just get rid of people if they don't talk within the first 5 minutes. I think it's a bit harsh. I want to give people a bit of time. But nothing wrong with lurking. Nothing wrong with lurking. If that's what you want to do, even if people want to watch and not chat, I'm not gonna complain about that at all. Just having people's eyes and ears for an evening, if they enjoy the racing, makes me happy. So I will not complain. But yeah, any questions about Discord, because that can be a bit of a cluster, can be a bit confusing, just let me know. So Joe LaCour now is going to have to fight off Zvonimir and Pike in this last lap. A bit of a wide exit from Reece in the background. Fair play. Fair enough. Fair enough, Ben. Yeah, we've had quite a few people like that. Martin Webb was very much the same. Let's come on with Verts, though. He's going to have... where is he? So he's not got very long. We'll come back on board with him in 2 seconds. We're back on board with Burek and Pike. So very close between the two. But Martin Webb was in here for a year and a half before we did the league he could take part in. And I'm glad he did, because he's an absolutely cracking bloke. And, vital cog in the workings of OTL nowadays. A little flash from Pike on Zvonimir. Don't know what that's about. A playful flash, maybe, as long as he's not putting him off. Again, superb drive from Vertza. Well done there. I don't think that's enough to win the championship, but he's done all he can. Great finish again from Scott. Another second place. He will be over the moon with that. Kieran Sharp, podium finish for him, but unfortunately not the fight he was hoping to have. But either of you want to message me with any questions, just shout. Or on Pike and Burek coming down to the line. Who's going to get that? I think it's Burek. Yeah, not by much though. You're talking less than a tenth. Yeah, so wonder if there's some comings and goings and some incidents there on the last lap or two. I wouldn't be surprised if there were. Acton coming home in 7th. Lee Cushing here. A little bit further back, so Acton coming over the line. We're catching him just there. Lee Cushing in 8th. Not a bad finish from him. 2. Takes another fine 8th spot. Top 10. Dean Thompson comes home just ahead of John Clements, who's got a stop-go 10. That's going to get given to a 40-second penalty. Yeah, that's going to be given a chunky penalty. So that would have been for not serving a stop-go on the final lap. Not sure what that's for. That could possibly be appealed. Ah, fair enough. No, it could possibly be appealed. So, yeah, it depends what that's for. If the game's done something funny. Oh, they found each other. Oh, look at that. Bringing people together. Now, that's what community should all be about. It shouldn't be all about... It's all about us, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, it's great to have as many viewers on stream as possible and all that, and something we want to build towards, but we only get that by doing things right for the people in OTL and making it a good place to be. That's how it should be. It's how friendly a place how a community should work. Cumberbatch's coming across the line in 12th, and the other drivers obviously have been lapped. Oh, I think Clements liked his choice of car. But I think... Oh, no, I should have stayed out on track. Damn it, I made a mistake there. Can I go back to drive? I can. So who can I pick that's doing donuts? Scott's normally good for a donut. No, he's not. That's a shame. Let down. No, everyone else is in the pits. White Neg? Go on. Do a donut then, Neg. We're waiting. Come on. Chop chop. I know you're watching the stream. Do some donuts. See? Can't even follow those orders. Just dreadful. All I wanted him to do. Ah well, we tried. We tried. So let's go back to the timings, to the timetables. Race number 2, so there we go. Yeah, 4.8 seconds was the winning margin in the end for Lucas Vertza, just ahead of Scott Vincent, Kieran Sharp, another 4.2 back, Joe LaCour, 10.2 back. So quite spread out at the top. Oof. Whoops. And Reese knows better now. Dear oh dear. Lesson learned, I suppose. Well, I'm sure there'll be a report or two filed. There normally is from ACC races, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. There's some good finishes there. Joe LaCour with his 4th, another higher finish. He'll be happy with that. Zolder will at 5th spot as well. Andrew Pike 6th. They like to normally finish in and around those spots in the midfield. So some good. Good, leave it alone. Oi, stop taking my screen away. Thank you. Pike getting 6th from Acton in 7th. Lee Cushing 8th. Acton's coming through from some issues. Yeah, thank you very much, Leg. Yeah, much obliged. There's some good fighting there. I saw you flashing. I don't know, were you being cheeky and trying to put him off? Because you know how that's frowned upon. It's not dark. I mean, it's dark. That's when it's like, that's not frowned upon. That's like evil. And oh, hello, Scott. Oh, you're nothing if not consistent. Oh, dear, yeah. No, I forgot. Scott does this thing where he sort of likes to be in shot. And I'm not having it. Yeah, what are you going to do about that, Scott, huh? So they're all leaving the server now. So, yeah, I was a little, yeah, his defence was aggressive, fair. Yeah. I didn't see that much of it. I didn't see the aggressive bits, but yes, that's fair. You know, all fair enough. You weren't doing it mad amounts. Scott driving there at the front like he normally does. I think he's seeing where the camera's moved to. That's what he's done there. He's tried to move back and then he's trying to be closer to the camera. Not going to work. So there we go. Let's finish on this. Yeah, hard but fair. Fair enough. Yeah. Exclamation mark. Lurk. Not wrong with that. But yeah, some good racing this evening. So those points will be put in very shortly. They'll be on the website as always, otlracing.com, for all the usual bits and bobs. That's where most you'll see any articles that get posted. So a lot of leagues don't get posted articles on the website because they especially the Xbox leagues. They're smaller grids, so they fill up very quickly just from the Discord, so they don't need that. But stuff like the PC leagues, the larger grids, you'll see sign-ups. It's going to start making me feel queasy, this. They'll get sign-ups on the website. Let's go to. There we are. Just less noisy. Yeah, so go to the website. You can see a few bits and bobs there if you like. If you've got any questions in the Discord, give me a shout. OTL MattX88 is my username in there. If you're not in the Discord already, otlracing.com/Discord is how you can join. Say hello, introduce yourself, choose your role so that you open up the channels for the platforms and games you want to see. And yeah, but that was our GT4 season. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Been some great racing. Oh, I did wonder why you got DQ'd. Fair enough. I thought the game was just DQ'd if you're driving the wrong way in the pits, but fair enough. I'm just going to keep doing this until Scott's wheel overheats, frankly. So yes, that was season number 4. Season number 4. That was season 1 of our GT4s. Can't get into that. But no, we'll have season number 5 of our GT3s will be on Thursdays from here on instead of Sundays. So we move that into the week on a Thursday night. So I'm looking forward to that getting started. They will be announced, sign-ups for that very shortly. And as I said, our next endurance race as well will be announced in all the usual channels and on the website and whatnot very, very soon. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And yeah, ACC is always awesome to stream, so can't wait. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching this evening. Thoroughly enjoyed your company and new follows and new chatting. Really awesome to chat to new people. So yeah, thank you very much to you all for jumping in this evening. My next stream will be possibly Monday night. I'm hoping to stream the second evaluation race for Automobilista 2, just to make sure everything works on that front. That is at Velo Park. So yeah, that should be fun in the sprint race cars. That's going to be a great league. That doesn't start until the 5th of October. But yeah, next Monday is the second and last evaluation race for those who have signed up. Next league race on stream will be the Radical SR3 RS. That's on Project Cars 2 on Xbox. And that's round number 4 from Catalunya National, or Barcelona National, however you want to call it. So that's on Tuesday night, 3 10-minute races. So plenty of action to be seen there. Oh, actually, no, what am I talking about? My next stream is very much tomorrow. So tomorrow night, WTCR on the race room. That is from Laguna Seca, round number 3. So yeah, next stream is tomorrow evening, 3 15-minute races. So lots of racing to be watched there. And then yeah, back maybe next Monday as well, and then Tuesday too. So yes, you'll see me tomorrow night. Hopefully, if you're free and able to join me, that will be good fun. Oh, you're stuck. That is a shame, Scott. What a pity. I don't know where he's stuck, but it's funny nonetheless. So yeah, anyways, on that slightly peculiar ending note, we'll leave it there. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Cheers for the new follows tonight. Much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed the racing that we brought you this evening. And yeah, I will catch you tomorrow for a bit of a WTCR action on the race room. So that's been some... Oh, end of pit lane. Fair enough. It's been some great fun. Let's go just quickly before we finish. Let's go to watch Scott stuck at the end of the pit lane. Ah, you Wally. So yeah, on that note, Wally Austin Powers is his way out of the pit lane. I'll love and leave you there. I'm Matt. I was a commentator this evening. Thank you very much for watching. We'll end on this note. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Yes, thank you very much, and see you next time. Children.